Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. We're looking at a rough day of weather. We're going to be in the 60s. We could hit 65 today.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, well, a lot of rain, a lot of wind, very turbulent afternoon, especially between like noon and 4. I got a whole weather report from Matt Hammer yesterday. He sent me a whole sheet to send to the artists that are coming in for the show about the weather when they're flying in today. So they're aware of what's going on. But we're going to have heavy gusts, a lot of rain this afternoon as we get ready for our secret holiday show. Cande, last night I had an interesting food journey, just so you know.
Well, that's different. Yeah. What happened?
So it started with a text from Abigail during the day. And she said, "Can you buy steak? I want to make myself a steak." I said, okay. Now, she's very...
we just had steak a few days ago. It was phenomenal. And we've not been successful having steak, so go on.
I have not had steak in a long time. So I bought the steak, and she prepared some amazing steak last night.
What kind of steak?
I forget the name. It was not filet mignon, not like...
Was it a T-bone, porterhouse?
No, there was no bone. It was just like a cut.
Steak?
It wasn't skirt. It was just a regular cut of like whatever. It wasn't... Let me give you an example. Give you an idea.
A regular cut of whatever.
So, by the way, I knew steak was expensive, but boy, it got more expensive. I haven't bought steak in a while.
Crazy. So,
steak I did not buy. I was at BJ's. There were 2 like little filet mignons in a package that were priced at $45.
Oh my. I mean, really. It's in a way it's good for us because we're not eating as much red meat.
Right. So I did not get that. I bought these 3 pretty big steaks. They were each like, a foot long or so, 10 to 12 inches long, and the 3 of them cost $21. So that gives you
much better. I
right.
still wonder what kind they were, but okay.
I tell you that because that gives you an idea of what kind of cut of meat they were, right? It was reasonable price. Great, like, garlic and oil and whatever was in there. Great cooking, had some corned bean steak. But that's just the first half of my food journey, Kenny.
Oh, well.
Then I took Leah to her 2-hour tennis. And you know about tennis, Nick, of course, right?
Of course.
But there are other people there with their kids, obviously, at tennis. And there is a gentleman that Nick and I have become close with, and he is of Indian descent, and I'd never tried Indian food, ever.
You've never had Indian food?
I honestly don't think so. I don't remember.
Oh, I used to go all the time to this little restaurant in the village. Yeah, maybe when I was 27. That's right.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So last week at tennis, the 3 of us are talking, and he says he will bring some Indian food, like, just nothing crazy, just something to try for next week.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Right. So he was good to his word. He brought samosa. Do you know what samosa
I love
is?
those. Yes, I do.
For those of you who don't know what they are, they're like little Jamaican beef patties, but,
Smaller, more flavorful,
yes.
And all kinds of things can be in there. Now, these were homemade?
No, these were from a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget the name.
What did they have inside? You could have chicken, you could have vegetables, you could have pumpkin. I think Trader Joe's actually sells a pumpkin version.
Had there been pumpkin, I would have been out on that. No dice. There was a mixture of meat, potato. It looked like meat, potato, vegetable kind of thing in there.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. I love them.
They were so good. And there was a dipping sauce, like a sweet red dipping sauce to go with it.
Beautiful.
So there we are. We're having
Indian food.
And I was given a few to take home as well.
That's lovely.
So air fryer, here we go. Let's go.
Nothing better than that cooked in an air fryer. I do buy them, and I do buy them at Trader Joe's, and we do cook them in the air fryer, and they're great.
All
But
right,
if
so
he
you are
was making
familiar.
them homemade, oh, I would have been highly impressed.
No, they are not homemade, but they reminded me of like empanada or a beef patty kind of
Yeah,
thing.
along those lines. Not
Yeah,
quite. They're smaller, but they're really good. I love them.
or even a knish we were talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't had a condition. I don't know how long. Boy, could I go for one of those now.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, there you go. It
Ooh,
was
Knish. Now you got
quite
me thinking.
quite the journey, quite the food journey.
Yes,
Yeah,
Americana to Indian,
yeah.
all in one night.
It was. Candy, I wanted to ask you this: would you rather get a surprise gift or something you asked for?
Well, if the surprise gift is twinkling diamonds at me or something of that nature, probably that. But this year, we're doing our Elfster thing where we're only buying one gift for $100. We pulled our names, and I just said I wanted gift cards because I want to go to the sales in January and use my gift cards and get some great stuff that I want. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Actually, my parents and Amy and Dina, they've asked the kids, like, where do you shop? What do you want? And their response was, a Visa gift card is just fine.
Exactly. That's how I feel. Because in January and February, you could get some really good stuff. And
Yeah.
I love shopping at that time of year.
So just 26% of people said they'd rather ask for something and get that. More than 50% want to be surprised and not know what they're getting as a gift.
Years ago, I was on long with those people, but then you get gifts and you're like, I'm never going to wear this. This is
Yeah.
not my style. I've taken several things back in the day, and exchanged them. It's hard to buy for people, especially clothes and whatever, unless they give you specifics. Um, but I got Ellen. I hope she's not listening. And she had her wish list of a bunch of little silly things that I got on there.
You got Ellen on your
Yes, on the
contest
Elfster.
there, the
Yes,
Elfster,
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I thought you
Ryan
were.
asked for a high quality pet grooming thing. He wants that. People, whatever.
How cute is that? He wants a gift that will benefit Tilly. Oh
He's
my
gotten very
God.
good at grooming her. Very good.
Oh my
He's had a
God, that
few
is beautiful.
blunders along the way, but he's gotten really good at it.
That is beautiful. Really, really nice. All right, on to this one. I don't think I'm close enough with any neighbor to do this.
Oh boy.
The beer company Natty Light, they came up with a contest, and it's a big refrigerator. They call it the Neighborator. It's a double-sided fridge. It opens up from both sides, and there's only one of them being made, and they're having a contest, and if you win it, it will be installed in the fence between you and your neighbor. So
Yeah, I'm not close with my neighbors in that way.
you can both open up the fridge. It'll be filled with beer, and
No,
you can
thank you.
both open it up. It comes with a year's supply of beer.
Oh my goodness, no.
Yeah, no thank you. I'm
Maybe
good.
if I really liked beer, I don't. But I don't think it would change my mind either way.
And you're going to cut a hole in my fence
Oh.
and put a refrigerator that opens from both sides. No, not happening. There are a few people that are close enough with their neighbor to do that, maybe.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
I was very close to my neighbors back in the day. We hung out all the time. And yeah, maybe then it would have been interesting to me, but not now.
Yeah. And last one for now. Let me go to this lottery winner. Remember the story we told last week? There was a big lottery, $395 million in California, and only one ticket had come forward, $197 million, and there was another ticket, half of the lottery, that was still missing. And we had said, listen, something isn't right because both tickets were sold at the same gas station, Candy.
Right, and the same numbers, which really I was confused over. Did they pick them? Was it picked for them? Yeah.
Right. So, imagine there's no chance. The odds are too great that two separate people, think about it.
I agree. Right.
There's no way. At the same
No way.
gas station, we're not talking about miles away. Same gas station, same numbers, no chance. So, we told you that one of the tickets was about to expire. Do you know the guy who held the first ticket, the other ticket, came forward and said, I had 2 tickets printed out. They were my personal numbers. I had 2 tickets printed out, and I cannot find the second ticket.
How frustrating is that?
Now, there's also conspiracy theorists out there. They don't know if he's telling the truth or not.
Well,
they
if he can't produce the ticket, there's
Right.
no hope.
And they say they can't track it. They don't know if he was the one that purchased
No, they don't
it.
take your name
Right.
when
So
you're
right.
buying those tickets.
So they don't know when it was purchased or, any of those details. And a lot of people think he came forward because he heard that there was a ticket that was going unclaimed. So they don't know if it's true or not, his story.
I would say I believe him, okay? That being said, he's out of luck. You got to produce the ticket, and that's that.
And here's the good news. There is a silver lining. As we told you last week, the unclaimed half of the lottery is going to the California school system.
So he made a huge donation. Look at it that way.
Yeah, and he still gets $197 million.
And that's a nice little side note. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think it's all good, but that's the ending to the story.
I believe him.
We are less than 20 minutes to your bald and the beautiful entertainment, everything from Nashville to Hollywood. Good news stories, national days, all and more coming up late 8 o'clock hour. Secret holiday show tonight, our highlight of the year at Mulcahy's. Can't wait. We are very close to a sellout. You could try Moles.com for your final tickets. And we're going to have a lot of rain, a lot of wind, crazy afternoon. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.